Guys, I'm in the new Audi A7. I have no idea what engine this is. It's not a diesel because it goes to 8,000 RPM. So very likely this is a 3-liter turbo with Bang & Olufsen and all that. Shut the radio, touchscreen here, touchscreen climate control. I'm not interested in that. I'm just gonna drive the car off, ease it off. Okay, electronic shifter. And let me see how things go. Yep. Yeah. So this is Volvo's test track. Oh, this new steering wheel feels good. And the headrest is very, very comfortable. Very high resolution screen over here. The aircon vents are here. The touchscreen is here. An all new Audi infotainment system, haptic feedback. The car looks hideous on the outside, but it's beautiful inside, and it's very quiet. Suspension is good. My god, it's powerful. It is powerful. Now you cannot deny the refinement of Audi cars. Immediately you can tell that the undercarriage has very little noise coming up. The car feels very, very planted. The steering wheel weights up, you know, increases in weight, and then the car feels very planted. And let's do this corner first. Typical Audi, even though it's tidy, you can feel the car actually grabbing onto the line, but it wants to push out a little bit, but tidy nonetheless. Okay, body roll, but it's good enough. It doesn't feel as light-footed as the Spa platform, okay, but the visibility is great. I get to, oh my god, the powertrain is fantastic. This car is fast, the brakes are great, very familiar Audi driving experience. Okay, very narrow rear view mirror, very tiny side mirrors, and mid corner you can adjust the steering wheel. Oh, very refined powertrain. The transmission feels awesome. I believe now Audis are using 8-speed ZFs as well. Couldn't be sure, but I think they've given up the 7-speed dual clutch. So the way the car's corner here is interesting because it's all off-camber turns, and then uphill, and then downhill, off-camber as well. So you don't want to go too fast, but oh, the car drives well. Very typical Audi driving behavior. That means the car actually wanted to, you can feel the front heavy. The front is heavy, but it grips on and it fights with itself to keep you in the line. That's how Audis feel like. They don't feel light on the front like the Volvos, okay? The Spa platform. But of course the undercarriage is so well insulated compared to Volvos. So I would say this is a cruiser, you know, it is still a cruiser. When you accelerate the car, you can feel the entire car perch up like that. You know, when I accelerate, I can feel the front actually lifts up by at least 1 inch. Okay, so that's how an Audi drives. Yeah, it's not an exciting car to drive in terms of how the dynamics feel, but it's very planted, a bit clinical, but the touch points are great. The cushion is comfortable, the seats are comfortable, the interior feels, I mean, this, I hate this, this reflects the sunlight on this straight to the eyes of the driver. Yeah. Okay, she's going at a very leisure pace. I will do the same. So can I find any lane departure, yada 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 yada? I couldn't, because it's very, very complicated now. Is it on the steering wheel? I can't figure it out. It's all very new to me. Audi has changed all the I'm not sure if this car is equipped with it even. I couldn't tell. Okay, and this is off. departure assist? I'm not sure. It doesn't do that. Anyway, so yeah, typical Audi. The front feels heavier, way heavier than Volvo's Spa platform. And then when you come to left-right turning, you feel, oh, you're trying to fight a lot of weight up front, but it's stable nonetheless. Very stable. That's how an Audi drives. I feel good. Driving an Audi on a Volvo test track. Yeah, cheers.
The new A7, we were sure we want to do something breathtaking. My name is Andreas Goglin, and I'm one of the 2 exterior designers working on the A7.
You can tell that a lot of customers, especially for the A7, buy the car for its design. My name is Sebastiano Russo. I'm one of 2 designers for the new A7.
There are some main lines on the car I love because they are new for Audi. It's the super low shoulder line, for example. It made it more sporty.
And this particular feeling, of course, we try to put in the new A7. The boat line is this very iconic shot line, this feature line connecting to the back wheel arch, which is very iconic for the A7. And for me, I just wanted to enhance this line, and I just made it more fast and it's more emotional.
Lighting for Audi is something really important.
We were really proud for the horizontal line backlight in the back. I think the impression is almost like a UFO. If you see it from far away, that element is coming perfectly together with the front light design. I think that is a very outstanding feature of the A7.
You always have something you want to express in the car. The engineers, they have what they want, so you work together, finding a compromise to bring the best product out of it.
I would say one of the nice thing we got through is that where you put your gas into the car, if you take a look at the actual A7, it's cutting through a main design line. The colleagues had to pump up the volume a little bit to get the handle where the gas comes out, and of course we were pushing to get it really sexy and bold to get this nice strong character at the end.
When you come to the point that an idea you had coming into production and many people will drive it, it's something special.
Of course, for us designers, it's a big moment when you see your baby in front of you.
Every time when I haven't seen it for weeks, and then you come in a room and you see it again, and it's a precious moment actually.
I think people gonna love it like we do.